Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Starfox Adventures! Previously, we made our way into the Volcano Force Point Temple once again, and dropped off the third Spellstone. Albeit we had to do some detouring, I guess, for lack of a better term, to get back into the Spellstone Shrine after exploring an unexplored section, actually, of the Force Point Temple. Today, we're gonna head back into ThornTail Hollow and see where we could go from there, since we really have no clear direction on where to go right now. But as we head back to the hollow, something is about to happen very soon. Guess we gotta be close to the hollow than I anticipated. Still a little far out, but that thing should be happening momentarily. It's those stupid blues as I'm standing next to a mush gus. Those stupid bloops decide they're not gonna harass me anymore. They want to harass now the ThornTail tribe too. So what we have to do in order to clear up the weather, apparently the bloops have like magic in manipulating the weather. I'm not sure how they could do that or how long they could have done that. But that's not what we're gonna be investigating. We just have to save the ThornTail for the bloops by just shooting them all down. And it turns out there's a lot more of these stupid bloops than we ever anticipated. I mean, look at how many there are, and look at how much that they're harassing each ThornTail member. Really are a lot more of these bloops than we realized, and I really hate these guys. Just goes to show just how much there really are when it comes to strength and numbers. Now, if I can only remember where the last one is, I think I actually passed by it. It should be back down at the bottom level of the hollow. Don't know why there was gonna be one at the upper level somewhere. I guess I was thinking a little too far ahead again? Even though that's not really thinking too far ahead. Where is the last one? Oh yeah, it's right near the Queen Earthwalker's location. I guess I just don't really remember this last ThornTail in particular. Just shoot all these guys down. And we've saved the ThornTail again. I think. Uh, no, there's still one more. I guess it might be at the path onto, I think it's Moon Mountain Pass? No, that's the other direction. Back to Cape Claw, that's what I'm thinking of. But since we stopped more of the bloops, that meter down below is shrinking at a slower rate. So that's a huge advantage you'll have once you do clear out some of the bloops in this area that suddenly want to invade the ThornTail's privacy. So this should be the last one that we could save. It's not too hard to do.
Once again, you come to the aid of our tribe. You are a true hero, Fox.
Look, fella, I'm not paid enough to keep getting you guys out of trouble.
But I've got this for you.
Yeah, well, thanks.
We'll get paid in another way, Fox. Money is money after all. You shouldn't take that line down. This is finally the large scarab bag. Makes you wonder why the ThornTail was hiding this from us for so long. We could have used this right off the get-go of our mission on Dinosaur Planet. And once again, this doubles our capacity to now 200. Now that the big scarab bag, we can fill it with 4 scarabs. We should be able to find something shiny and golden from the store. So that's a hint that we should grind for scarabs and collect the last thing that we can buy at the store. So I'm gonna do that really quickly, and I'll meet you back at said store where we can finally purchase the last item it has available to us. In order to purchase the last item available here, we need at least over 130 scarabs to get this thing, the Snowhorn artifact. We did pass by it long ago, but we had nowhere near the wall space to collect this thing.
You pay this much.
You can go full price, like I said before, but I have been able to haggle for as low as 110 scarabs in the past. I don't know what the quote-unquote lowest you can go into haggling to get this thing, because we've seen that the haggling system in every playthrough is randomized.
No, that's too low.
It's too low.
No, that's
Nope,
too
it's not gonna work for me this time. I might as well just go full price. I already have the scarabs to afford it, so why not?
Okay, I'll sell it to you.
At least this will be the last time we'll have to deal with the haggling system. But unfortunately, this is the last time we'll be able to hear the shopkeeper's voice in any capacity. At least we'll be walking away with a Snowhorn artifact. The shopkeeper claims to have found it while exploring Snowhorn wastes. Of course, he claimed to do that, but we all know what really happened when he found this thing. Quote unquote found. Maybe somebody is missing it? Maybe so. I think this is more or less an optional thing. It might be required because we don't have a clear direction where to go. So I guess it's off the Snowhorn Wastes again, and we'll go deliver this thing to its rightful owner. It's been quite some time since we last stepped foot in Snowhorn Wastes. So if you don't remember where to go, just get up here. And we should find one Snowhorn that you may remember looked different than the others. For some reason this guy is blue. I guess he was out in the cold for so long that he changed color eventually. I'm not sure why he's different from all the rest. But the Snowhorn artifact that we got, it's rightfully his. He actually didn't mention he was missing this item the last time we did see him.
I don't believe it! This item was stolen from me many years ago. I believe it was around the same time that a strange floating dinosaur visited the wastes. In return, I will give you the chance to prove yourself.
Whoa!
The call of the Snowhorn will begin your challenge.
Okay, I guess I was lying when I said that we will only use the Snowhorn's instrument for like just the one time. And apparently giving the guy back his rare item isn't good enough for him. In order to actually get our reward, we have to quote unquote prove ourselves, as if we haven't done that enough times already. At least we got tricky here so we can toast that very quickly. We'll be on our way. There's more scarabs here. So all you have to do is find each of these pads and then use the instrument of the Snowhorn to find the next pad. And then it's going to be up to you to find out where its next location. You should be able to go gradually downhill the longer you are on this little obstacle course. And that is not how trees work. The last time I checked, trees don't fall forward after you blast like that. It should be blasted the other direction. But what do I know? This game is weird, and it's it's very strange at times. Logic clearly does not apply in this game whatsoever. The next one is going to be a little tricky. I'm not saying that because we have tricky on our side, but I think if we go over here, this will lead us down that cliff that we've come over here in the past. That's the way we could get back down. I use the Snowhorn's instrument again. Next one is right across from us. We've got plenty of time to use. As time does get added on, the more you do find these pads. So that is another benefit to you as you're going along this little challenge. Next one is right near Garunate. Again, not too far from us. I kind of like that it's nighttime, so I guess we were saving the ThornTail earlier on from the blues because they're being disturbed of not getting their beauty nap. Maybe that's why we were helping them out earlier on. Well, that and the fact that the ThornTails are pretty much cowardly by nature. Let's be honest about that. Just a little thing I wanted to bring up while we were going along this challenge. And something else that is a little unrelated, because we're not really doing anything exciting right now, is I want to talk about the scarabs. now that we have everything we can collect, as far as buying things from a store is concerned, we really have very little purpose in actually having the scarab bag, the big scarab bag at that. You'd think after doubling your wall space again at this point in the game, you would have more use for it, but unless you've been going the way I've been going along this game, then you really don't have very much use out of it. It's kind of sad, really. Like, money is one of the most important things you can come across in any video game, practically. And the fact that we don't have much use for the scarab bag anymore, especially after getting the maximum wall space that we can get now, it's really sad at how useless the scarab bag does get over time. Really, the only use we have for the scarabs at this point are the wells so we can find the cheat tokens from. Other than that, not much use we have for scarabs anymore in this game.
Thank you, Fox, and good luck on your quest.
And I guess that's all this guy has to say. He's not even any what different as far as I know. He's just another snowhorn that's just colored differently. That's the only difference he has. Oh, there's a Yoso here. Nice. Always cool to have more of those, even if it's just for the sake of collecting them at this point. And here we find ourselves another Krazoa shrine. So, of course, you know what that means. It's time for us to go hunting for another Krazoa spirit. It wasn't that long ago that we just turned in our last spirit too. I think it was like 2 videos ago that we did do that. So the fact that we are finding another one of these shrines so soon is really surprising. So I guess we'll squeeze this in and capture this last spirit before we do end things off for today. Even though this might be a little shorter than I usually would like a video to be for this series, still, we're accomplishing a lot as it is. This is pretty big in the way of progress. It's just getting to the Krazoa spirit is actually going to be the big challenge this time around. All these stupid bloops along the way. In hindsight, I probably should have blasted these bloops before I carried that barrel around. There are some slippery slopes here, as we are coming in from a snowy area, so I guess this should not be surprising given the recent environment we've been surrounded by. But this next shrine is going to be very slippery, so I guess that's the only advantage you'll have, or only disadvantage you'll have, is that you will have very strong mobility. But it is pretty funny to see Fox just slide around the place like so. Just because it's ice physics doesn't mean it's a completely bad thing. It can be kind of fun sometimes. So what's the point of this? Okay, we're using it to switch the flamethrowers. But this means I gotta go all the way back and get myself another barrel. This game seems to like doing that a lot when it comes to these barrel solving puzzles. We have to trek all the way back to a certain point where the barrels does spawn, and then we have to run all the way back forward to use it for another use. It's never for like just one use and that's it. Most of the time it's just for more than one puzzle that we have to use a barrel for. Finally! We came at a very unfortunate time where that barrel sucking device decided to just move far away at like the worst convenient moment. Inconvenient moment rather. And that should take us to the end with that barrel intact. Not a hard puzzle to get through. Now, if I just have to hope not missing with this next shot. Otherwise, I have to go all the way back to the near beginning and have to get myself another barrel. Okay, that wind current carries us over to another side. So we'll do that. We can push the barrel around if it ever is floating like so. So that's one thing you can do if the barrel's not in the going in the optimal direction that you want it to go. Thankfully there's a spot here where we can put it down because apparently putting stuff down in this game It's not a free action you could do for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's just how things go with the way with barrels. Okay, I see flamethrowers over there. That's pretty much the only obstacle left that we have to be careful with when it comes to using this thing. There we go. And on the other side lies our next spirit. And this test, actually all the tests from here on out, they're not as hard as the test of fear, so don't worry about that if you're being stressed when you come across finding another of these spirits again. I wouldn't blame you if you do feel a little anxious finding a spirit after the test of fear, but trust me, all the tests from this point on are not as difficult as the test of fear. This one is the test of strength. It may sound a little familiar to you. Use your strength against this sharp claw. If you succeed, it'll become yours, yada yada yada. Get back to Krazoa Palace. We know the song and dance at this point. It is very similar to the test of strength we had to go through Lightfoot Village not too long ago, but trust me when I say this, it's not that difficult. It's a random sharp claw, and it's nowhere near as strong as Musclefoot. I mean, look at how far I'm pushing this thing. It's very, very hilarious at how easy this challenge is, especially after coming off the test of fear. This is by far the easiest spirit you will collect in this game, without question. For something that's so sacred, it did not have a very hard test for us to collect. To collect said thing. Fourth Krazoa Spirit is ours. Not too long after that third Krazoa Spirit was in our body. I was even doing that challenge with one hand, so if you actually had trouble with Musclefoot's test of strength, this one you should not have any trouble with at all if you've made it this far in the game. I mean, compared to Musclefoot, this guy was a huge cakewalk. So now that we collected our next spirit, we're gonna end things off for today because, as protocol goes, now that we have a Krazoa spirit, we gotta head back to the palace and turn it in. So next time we'll be doing just that. Until we meet again, farewell for now.